Greetings folks, welcome back. So today we'll go over this incredible example of overcoming adversity that was sent from an endorser. He's been hitched for various years, has 2 little girls, and basically his marriage completely deteriorated when he found that his significant other had been undermining him, and more regrettable yet, with a lot more youthful person, 27 years of age. After finding out with proof that this pit snake was cheating, she basically had the mentality of like, so what are you going to do about? I didn't make it happen. You can't demonstrate anything. You don't have the guts to separate from me, that kind of thing. Also, despite the fact that this person was going through close to home damnation, since this was once the lady he adored and he has 2 little girls, he remained solid, held himself high, and got things moving to ultimately beat her up to the control precisely. He comes out totally on top. He wins by a surprising margin. On the off chance that any of you folks are hitched and perhaps you're going through a terrible separation or your marriage is completely deteriorated, where she deals with you like trash, and you feel like, hello, guess what? Assuming I start a divorce, I will get put through hell whatnot. There's trust. Remain solid and very much like this person. Ideally, you beat the competition. So he expresses, hey, well, my significant other, the wonderful mother of my youngsters, for whom I cherished, and worked hard for, wind up sneaking despite my good faith, and leaving with a 27-year-old person at the highest point of our faltering marriage. I found my significant other amazingly attractive, particularly subsequent to having kids, as she was the mother and the focal point of our loved ones. I resisted the urge to panic through everything and attempted to get a handle on my feelings. Thinking back presently, I don't know how I made it happen. Yet I'm happy that I got it done. I'm glad for you, brother. You did all that could be expected in the circumstance. You had 2 youthful girls. You remained solid for your little girls while you were putting things together so you can dispose of her and date her packs. That is a great deal of solidarity. You're a good example to every one of us. Notice he said he had no any closeness for a really long time. So their marriage resembled the Rubiks, or just companions. Yet they weren't companions, since she dealt with him like waste. By the way, folks, it's no huge mystery, ladies, like the bedroom act as well. So on the off chance that she isn't getting it from you, she's getting it from elsewhere, and unquestionably, that is precisely the exact thing going on. As I went ahead with not much cash for legitimate guidance, but rather sincerely, I searched out free nearby mentoring, read articles, video blogs, spoke to self-sufficiency groups locally, when I could around my failing marriage, her work schedule and mine. You did what you could with the assets that you had within reach. I guess you could do. You furnished yourself with as much data about the law in your state and went from that point. I moved forward, had papers served to her, and it started. She was staggered, yet at the same time disregarded, saying you won't ever separate your family, and with the mentality, I can do anything I desire in light of the fact that eventually I will pull off it and take you for everything. Definitely, she seems like an incredible young lady. I need to understand what she resembled when she was more youthful. How was she when you got together? It's basically impossible that she resembled this from the get-go, except if that was her actual personality. In any case, she was camouflaging it to get this fellow, and clearly be hitched on the grounds that essentially all young ladies need to be hitched eventually, because they need to get that ring on their finger when every one of their companions are getting hitched, so they can have your enchanted day and get the focal point of consideration. I'm speculating that she was simply concealing it, and when you put that ring on her finger, she transformed into Miss Fiction. You wedded that. According to V, I did nothing out of sorts. I'm not an ideal person, but rather I work, love, and backing my loved ones. I don't drink or cause problems. I'm liable and I don't bet or cheat. Quit forward to the trial, and I'm representing myself. Appear with everything arcade as she realizes that I would as I do with everything. Guess what? She doesn't appear. It's one of 2 things. Possibly she's pompous to the point that she believes that regardless of whether she appears, she will win on the grounds that in the modern age, the family courts support the ladies. I can do anything I desire and I will win. She in a manner needed to undermine the marriage so she can go run off and accompany this 27-year-old. I basically expressed I'm simply a father attempting to make the right decision eventually. The family was broken. Indeed, brother, it was broken, but not as a result of you. It's not your shortcoming. You did all that could be expected for your family, including her, but she was only a piece of trash, and now she will be discarded like a piece of trash. Allow her to go off with that 27-year-old. How about we perceive how long that person needs her as she ages and gets more kinks, and her feeding products hang and the hair becomes dim, among numerous different things. Also her brilliant character. No doubt, best of luck with her tracking down fellows. it will not be this simple. We separated on August 27, 2019. However, I've acknowledged, as I generally have since, they were conceived in all-out liability regarding all the cooking, cleaning, working, clothing, shopping, discipline, chuckling, crying, cherishing, every last bit of it. I'm their daddy and they are cheerful, and that is my main goal despite the fact that I miss my better half. I can't make sense of it, and after all she has done. She was my significant other and the mother of our young ladies. Indeed, even after all what she did to you, I can comprehend your thought process back. There was a period place we lived it up, or that I cherished her, and she cherished me, and she is the mother of my children. Yet you need to continue on, you gotta let that go. I've had ladies previously and ladies later, however, as of January 2022. I choose to simply be single and remain strong. Assuming that you begin to see your girls change in conduct towards you subsequent to enjoying an end of the week with their mom, the chances are that is coming from her, and by then, you could nip that by checking them, since you really take a look at all ladies, whether you're sweethearts or your girls, and cut contact with them. I'm accepting that has been happening as far as her screwing with their heads, and all that in light of the fact that a ton of exes pull garbage like that. I'm delighted to hear you're doing so well, and although she can go accompany that 27-year-old. How about we see him act and pay for things and get the way of life that she was used to with you? Presently, she needs to deal with everything. You are a good example to a considerable lot of us. Simply continue dealing with yourself and having a decent life. You're outfitted and prepared with this information. I'll help you not get in a circumstance like that once more. I'm certain you committed errors. We as a whole do, but her activities show her actual person. Thus, take a gander at it like this, you're liberated from her. She's another person's concern. Okay, folks, that is all there is to it for now. Make certain to remark down beneath. Make certain to like the video. Share with your companions and buy in. I'll see you sometime later.